First off, rest in peace, neighborhood nip. I ain't crip, but I'm on that neighborhood shoot. Building business, it's that black owned. If you hustle, better hustle till your pack gone. If you work, better work till your back hurt. And if you rap, make it better than your last verse. Yeah, more lyrics. Stick and move, Javante.
AJ, El Presidente, Eddie Kane University. Hill gon' heal, regardless. You, Buchanan, Bethel High School, by way of 3-Man Weave, LLC.
Michelle, producer, based over here.
You can catch this wave from the Marlins to the Mariners. Doing things you can't believe. It's the 3-Man Weave.
What up, good people out there? We are back. You got your bros, your favorite pod, and we back with a brand new epi. Signed, still,
brand new bag,
and delivered. And it's episode 207, man. You got one of your favorites with you, your guy, Official Buchanan, and I got my bros, all of my bros. So, who I got with me?
You already know who it is, your boy Hill. And Hill go Hill regardless, baby. Let's get it.
And you already know what it is. You got AJ. Hey, great news comes. You know, my good karma's still here. So just I'm happy now. I can breathe easy. I almost didn't make it to the pod today, but I'm here now.
All right, well, let us know. What's the news?
Joe Shiesty, just a calf strain. Hey, we good,
I predicted it, man.
How many weeks? We don't know yet, but we just gonna go ahead and safely assume 4 to 6 weeks, and he don't play preseason anyway. He's always had to fight just to get a series. So
all my life I had to fight.
Hey,
honestly, I don't believe in top elite players playing in preseason, bro. I really don't.
Only thing I believe in top elite players, like if they got a new coach, a new system or something, get a series in.
I believe
couple players in. Nothing too drastic.
Yeah.
The thing about the Bengals in preseason is this team, the significant players have continuity, so it's like preseason really definitely not going to be important for them. So like you said, if he got to take his time and just get right, go ahead and get right.
Get it right.
Well, what can the people find us at, man?
They catch us on all major podcast platforms, 3-Man Weave, Instagram, Twitter, 3-Man Weave _. You can email us at podcast.3.man.weave@gmail.com. I'm going to say that again because that's going to be very important. Next episode, the email. Yes. Podcast.3.man.weave@gmail.com. The email is definitely going to be important next episode.
What we doing? Division battles?
Nah, just gotta stay tuned, man.
Just gotta stay tuned. That email is gonna be very key.
But
we are doing division battles next week.
Right? Yeah, we are doing those. But I do want to say, for anyone who has made it this far, if you are not subscribed to the video, to our YouTube channel, please make sure you do subscribe. And if you're watching this one, as soon as you get in here, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Hit that thumbs up button. Go ahead, like it for us, and join the community. And make sure you hit us up in that Facebook group too, because we're about to have some fun. Because football season's back, baby.
Is it back yet? I don't even like this part, man.
I don't either. But that's why I know it's back.
God damn, they dropping like flies, bro.
Bro, I don't get excited until college football weekend.
Here's my thing.
That's when I know that the NFL is coming. Pause.
But we wait a very, very long time, and we getting into that dead season where basketball's over. It's just baseball now, and baseball is cool. We all are have our respective teams, but it's just nothing like football season. And so this is kind of like when I'm about to say this is like when Thanksgiving weekend end, and you like, well, what's next? Christmas is coming when you a kid. Like, hey, let's go ahead and get past this Thanksgiving. All the old folks, this for y'all. Christmas is for me. You know what I mean? So this is that time. What it feels like for me, where it's just like, all right, Christmas is coming. We almost here. We almost there.
Yeah,
So
I try not to even think about these preseason weeks, man. The injuries, all of that. I just try to tune it out, man. I just like the week of, I'm gonna see who's healthy on my team, and then I'm rolling. I'm rolling from there, man.
hey, look, man, you just gotta be, on bended knee, fingers crossed. Got your crystals, your altar, all of that. Just hope
But I
your
ain't gonna
guys make
lie.
it through.
I ain't gonna lie. I do have to keep up with the injuries because of fantasy football. So I ain't
Of
gonna lie.
course.
I gotta keep up with it. But I try not to. I try not to read into what my team is doing and nothing like that because it's just like it just takes so long, man. I used to really be on it, but that's back when I was young and I had less responsibility, more time. You feel what I'm saying?
I was wondering where you was getting to that because I'm on it.
Hell yeah.
Like I'm worse. Like the older I get, the worse I am.
And
Like,
I ain't saying I'm out the loop, but I used to be on every single article, everything. Like I can't do it. Now I'm on my trusted people. I'm checking in and boom, because really now I'm a trusted source. You feel what I'm saying? Like back before, like I wasn't a source, like I was just sourcing information. So it's like now I really know what's going on as much as anybody. So it's like it is what it is.
See, the thing for me is actually for quite some time, we didn't get a whole bunch of articles and reports and stuff like that because not many people cared outside of the diehard fans. So it's just like
That
we didn't have
we was trash. We was getting
but y'all were still a name brand. Y'all like we're still one of the popular franchises. When we had the pre-Carson Palmer years and kind of that dead period, like a little bit of dead period. Nobody cared about us, and so it's just like we didn't get much, pub. Like when Dick LeBeau was the coach, wasn't nobody caring about us. You know what I'm saying? And so now that we actually good and we get national news and national headlines, and so I can hear from my Bengals insiders, but I can kind of tune into other places and hear how other national media outlets are talking about the Bengals and how other teams are talking about, we need to be able to get over the Bengals hump. Can we overtake the Bengals? This, and that. Hell yeah, I'm gonna listen to that. Like I ain't never had none of that. I'm trying to see what that mean. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, hey, look, I'm gonna take all of this in, man. Like I'm enjoying it.
Yeah. Pause.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh my God.
I will say before you go here, I've always had like a special place in my heart for the Bengals, man. One, because of when I was young, I was a Joe Montana fan, and probably the first Super Bowl I ever seen was the 49ers versus the Bengals. That's as far as back as I can remember. And as a little boy, I loved the Bengals uniforms. I thought they was probably the most unique in the league. So throughout the years, the Chad Johnson years, the Carson Palmer years, even when y'all was down, I found myself, rooting for the Bengals. And this is even before me meeting AJ. And I've known AJ 10 plus years. Bengals always had a special place in my heart, but it's sad that a lot of people don't feel that way, man. Good franchise.
It's just I know for you were speaking about the media, the national media. This is definitely when I don't watch it at all. Like
because it's different.
It's different for me.
It's different for you.
I don't watch that at all now because, like I said, I definitely don't need the unwarranted.
Don't need to put that negativity. Yeah, don't need that negativity in your life.
I'm good, bro. Like, I'm good. It's been years that my team ain't been nowhere near, legitimate. But next thing you know, they talk about, can we win the Super Bowl? I'm like, bro, this is what we really doing on TV now. Nah, I can't do it. I can't do it. So yeah, this time of year, you definitely won't see. I'm in the hotel now. TV ain't on. You know what I'm saying? I got a question though before we start though, and it's different. And I know it's no perfect rosters, there's no perfect team, even if they got limited, holes, pause if I need to. But like, can your team have legitimate questions and still be a contender?
Yep.
And I just said I'm using. I say when I say your team, I'm talking about everybody. That's
Hell yeah.
That's a contending
But-
team. Can they have
Hell-
legitimate questions and still be a contender?
Hell yeah.
Can I go first? Because
Go ahead.
the biggest one of all, I believe, is my team.
What is the question?
Coming into last season, our biggest concern was our offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
Did we do enough to, protect Joe Burrow and our offensive line? And people still, I won't say people had there were still things that we needed, but outside of the Chiefs and the Bills, people kind of looked at us as a contender, but they still wanted, they were still hesitant to see if we were real, but we were in that conversation. So I believe we were in the conversation as a legitimate contender last year. Or would you disagree?
I was going to use my example. I'm going to say yes, because, bro, when you have a question mark, it's just that. It's a question mark.
Mm-hmm.
Your coaching staff could already have the answer. The thing about sports is we love the big names, we love the short things. But sometimes if you just get a guy that can just do their job, it will answer all the questions. Case in point, when you look at LOB, prior to them becoming LOB, if you would have looked at Browner and said that this, this is the piece to complete that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They're going to be unstoppable now. You would have said, no, but he did his job. Did he do it like a Hall of Famer? No, you know what I'm saying? But he wasn't just getting cooked and getting exposed. So it's it was a question mark answer for them, and it lasted for a long time. So it's any team that got a question mark could have easily drafted a guy, could pick up a free agent, or sometimes just continuity of a other unit can cover up holes. So it's a hole doesn't necessarily mean you can't be a contender.
And I want to piggyback off of that point. And I hate to make it, personal and bring my team in it, but also I just thought about it. I can do it again this year with people questioning our secondary, because, we have Cheeto coming off of an, ACL injury, 2 new starting safeties, and basically only one returner, in that cornerback room that actually got legitimate. Well, 2. Cam Taylor-Britt and Mike Hilton. But what I want to say is, I think that's a legitimate question, but sometimes that those questions and those concerns come from national media, not within, because people, even we were a legitimate contender going into the playoffs last season. People didn't believe in Eli Apple the last 2 seasons, and we made it to the Super Bowl and the AFC Championship game, correct? Mm-hmm. So people talk about how bad Eli Apple is and how trash Eli Apple is. And we made it to the Super Bowl with Eli Apple being a starter, and also to the and we went to the AFC Championship game, and we're maybe a player or 2 away with him being a starter without actually our number 1 cornerback last year. Eli Apple could have been possibly considered our number 1 corner, and he actually almost got benched for Cam Taylor-Britt last year. You know what I mean? So I think sometimes when you talk about legitimate concerns, you also have to take it with a grain of salt, depending on where it's coming from. Because the last 2 seasons, again, back to my team, one of the legitimate concerns on offense has been, how are they going to replace CJ Uzomah? Bro, fuck CJ Uzomah. I love him as a bingo and the things that he did, but let's not talk about him like he Mark Andrews, Travis Kelce or something. He is easily replaceable. And now they're talking about Hayden Hurst. How are we going to replace Hayden Hurst? Bro, when we signed Hayden Hurst, y'all was saying, how can we sign CJ Uzomah? And see, what has CJ done since he left? So, you just also have to not let that stuff creep into your mind and start making it question your team now. I know my team.
They just questions.
Yeah, they questions, but if you feel like you got the answer, that's
sometimes
cool.
They're valid. If you another guy, this is going back, but if you look at that Jake Delhomme team, Carolina Panthers team, that
I actually really love that team.
You know what I'm saying? But prior to that season, bro, I would have bet you money Jake Delhomme wasn't going to do anything this year. You know what I'm saying? So it's he was a question mark. I'm trying to tell you. And boom, Tom Brady in that same year probably was a question mark. You see what I'm saying?
He was because he was. Remember, Tom Brady wasn't the backup.
I've seen
he was like the third. He was like the third stringer.
Years where teams have turned out contenders, bro. Too many times.
Bro, the Bengals went from literally nobody with Joe Burrow coming off of ACL to in the Super Bowl. So it just happens.
Well, you know, from
and even Pat Mahomes. Sorry, Hill.
That team was
AJ was the only guy in the world that was sold on Pat Mahomes, bro. Let's be honest.
Off the early on, I was like, I was like, this dude got it.
He came in there and cooked up that year. We was like, bro, you stupid. You take this. You know what I'm saying?
Because remember that year in fantasy, I had Kareem Hunt and Patrick Mahomes,
bro.
Yeah.
And I honestly, I seen Pat Mahomes in college. I didn't like him. I didn't like him under what's my boy?
Cliff Kingsbury. No, Cliff Kingsbury. Oh, you talking about
Mike,
dude that was Mike Leach.
He passed away. Didn't he play for?
Nah, he was under Cliff Kingsbury, I believe. He might have played for him for like a year or two. But Cliff, because that's one of the reasons why I didn't want Cliff Kingsbury to be a head coach. Like, bro, you had Baker Mayfield and Pat Mahomes, and you don't have a winning record.
Yeah.
Like, say what you want about Baker Mayfield in the pros,
but
Baker Mayfield is one of the better, like, best college players that we've seen.
What's this? Troy was no question
mark.
He
trolling me, bro.
He's trolling.
Bro, come on now. Troy went to 2 top schools and balled out. He was supposed to be the guy.
3 of them things. You know what I'm saying?
He definitely got 3 of them things.
Respect. I was just thinking about it because I was thinking I was saying it to myself. I'm like, okay, you know, my team got questions, but like I say, they're a contending team in my opinion. But it was like I was trying to go through other teams. I'm like, yeah, I can ask questions about the Eagles. Yeah, I can ask questions about, you know, we all know the 49ers question because, you know, they don't have a damn quarterback.
That's not their only question.
Okay.
We're
not gonna go down this rabbit hole. I don't want to take it down this rabbit hole because we got a lot to talk about because we'll be all night.
Well, go ahead.
I'm sorry, but I was asking my question, and I don't really I can ask the question about the Chiefs, but it's like, what are you asking? Like, what are you asking though? Like, what are you really asking though here?
I mean, you can ask.
But here's because they're champions does not make them, you can
ask.
Because guess what?
This is a brand new season, bro.
Because when they had questions at offensive line, guess what? They got smoked by the Buccaneers in the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. And so, and that can be a question because we haven't seen, like, Donovan Smith last year was not that good. And you brought in Juwan Taylor to be your left tackle. And I don't know what prompted them to bring in Donovan Smith, but they paid Juwan Taylor like, hey, we bringing you in here to be our left tackle. And then out of nowhere, they was like, we need to go ahead and say. I'm not saying that he's bad, but what I'm saying is, hey, what's going on? And another thing is, yes, we know Andy Reid's the architect, and you know they haven't missed a beat, but it could be a question. Hey, what happens without Eric Bieniemy? Who knows? Can that? So
even the best, bro. We got to see Andy Reid with a weak season at some point, bro.
Wow, we've seen it before.
Yeah.
Well, I'm talking about like a 5-win season. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, it has to happen.
Not with Pat, dog. I'm not saying it.
It has to happen, bro. He cannot just be always in contention, bro.
He can't keep getting away with this.
He did it with the Eagles, bro. Like when he was with the Eagles, bro, I saw him twice a year. It was sickening, man. It was sickening how he can pick apart a team's weaknesses. He really be knowing the opposition. That's really what it is.
Right. You know, speaking of sickening, Hill, can I get your thoughts
on? Bro, get this book for every.
What's this whole deal? I hate stuff like this. So what's this full deal?
It's a 2-year, $75 million contract.
Yeah.
I know, Ken. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to do. He took a pay cut, bro. It's official. I found every time. I tried to find every way.
2 years, $75 million.
He gave up 35 though, bro.
That's 36 a year.
He gave
Something
up
like that,
35, though.
bro. I don't want to hear about you taking a pay cut, bro.
He gave up
You're
35.
one of the highest paid in the league, bro. And those pictures with you in your jersey, I'm not sold. For you to be making
that's that ayahuasca.
But I got a question to you, AJ.
What's up?
Why now? Why all of a sudden he want to take a pay cut now?
Oh, he seen what happened.
The drugs.
Oh, okay. I just want to ask you because I remember verbatim when they was losing in these playoff games, and you came up here with your little soliloquy. Oh, they don't have another wide receiver and all that. And I told you, if he wanted to win, he should have been taking less money.
Kind of mid-season when you said that, though. So it's
this was after playoff games. When we talked, it was after playoff game when they had to lose.
Did he have a deal in place?
So hold on, wait.
He didn't took multiple highest paid deals.
Right. Hold on.
Since I said that, he was the highest paid quarterback.
He's taking a couple. But hold on. Well, once again, all I'm gonna say is you gotta weigh what you want. Do you want to be the legend at the bank or the legend on the field? And so, hey, that's fine. And all I'm saying is, hey, instead of drafting Eric Stokes, they maybe could have drafted somebody else. Instead, you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Instead of drafting Jordan Love, you could have drafted T. Higgins. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying go out and get somebody. You could have done that, but they didn't. So, hey, that's fine. Because obviously, if they weren't gonna spend no draft capital on them, they weren't about to sign no free agent anyway. So get your money.
I bet the difference. They were trying to
even still though, like it technically it's a pay cut, but it's like, bro, like get out of here, bro. He didn't got his money, bro.
I understood it when it was Ted Thompson as the GM. Right. He wasn't getting outside free agent. Those dudes was not getting outside free agent.
Yeah, they lived in that old like the Bengals model.
But this
draft and develop.
The GM that they had they have now, Goody Kuntz. No, I'm saying he was out there getting free agent. And if want to be quite honest, if you was really about winning, you want to take less money, you could have took it less money and kept Devontae, but you didn't.
But also another reason why reason why they didn't keep Devontae was because he couldn't commit. Like, hey, bro, just say you not about to retire.
Exactly.
And stop trying to drop your nuts on the table and just be like, look, I'm committed, and you would have kept Devontae
to retire, bro.
The one motherfucker you like really wanted, you couldn't do what it needed to be taken. Devontae was like, look, I'll go play with my homie.
I honestly have question marks.
Man, then they traded his homie. God damn.
But when you get there, when you get out of the dark, you come out the dark and you say, I was almost ready to retire. You know what I'm saying?
He just because he wants the headlines. He wants to be popular. He just wants somebody to love him.
Addictive, man.
That's fine.
They can love me, man.
Get your love, B. Get your love, B. But all I'm saying is all this taking less money now. Like we trying to like put it back up there. Let's look how Adam Schefter just worded it. He just made him like this old good Samaritan.
Yeah.
This would allow the Jets to acquire more talent that would have the contract they assumed.
Like they didn't have, like they wasn't talent loaded.
This is already traded cap, man. I get it. Dalvin Cook is visiting the team. You may get Dalvin Cook. But who else are you gonna bring in at this point?
That's what I was about to say. Like,
hey, the NBA.
You're not about to sign nobody right now.
That's gonna be worth something.
Yeah.
That you don't need. I thought y'all was just a quarterback away anyway.
Well, what do we always say about people being a quarterback away?
I have question marks about their quarterback specifically.
I mean, good crack. It's good crack in New York, so
it's good crack. Yeah. Good crack. Yeah. So we talking about good crack.
Oh,
somebody got sold some really good bill of goods then to go ahead and do this.
I mean, the boy must have been on pure uncut fentanyl the way he out there. With
I can't feel my face.
I mean, hey, bro, I'm sorry, bro. Like, he did all this crying, all this whining, all this to find the same exact damn deal that they offered him. Like,
immediately.
I don't understand it.
But there's no point in holding out. So it's like, at this point, get your money. Like, He's in
He
camp.
could have got his money though, bro. Like everybody was doing a parade that he came to training camp. He already told him this stuff that he really didn't want to miss training camp.
You gotta try to get the money.
They they offered it to him.
But here's the thing, bro. It didn't work. So what I'm supposed to do? Sit around
What
and
didn't work?
I'm supposed to take my ball and go home. I'm here now.
So Cannon, I can't let you do this.
I'm not trying to get
no. But hear me out.
That's real, bro.
The same. No, it's not because. But no. Wait, Cannon. The deal that he just signed is for a 1 year, for what the average of the 3-year deal he would have signed.
He didn't want a 3-year average of this.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did, because he just signed the 1 year.
Bro, in hopes to get more next year.
He won't.
It's a bet on himself. What options? What do you want him to do, bro? Like, if you're him, what are you doing? The same thing, bro.
No, I'm not. I would have signed the deal that they offered.
All right.
Because guess what, Cannon? If he signs the deal that they offer, guess what?
I'm not gonna hate on him for betting on himself, bro.
He's not betting on
himself. This is not all the running backs are betting on him.
This is not a bet on himself because he got a franchise tag next year.
Hold on, wait. Here, let me just say this. This is not a bet on yourself move, because the contract that you saw them give you, like that you saw them offer you, you know what the franchise tag is. You know what that number is gonna be. So when you see that number, you automatically.
And that's the thing. He's gonna get paid regardless. So
where,
bro, if I gotta play on the tag 2 years, then I'm gonna play on the tag.
What was all the talk for? What was all the talk for?
It's the exact same thing that Kirk Cousins did, bro.
No, it's not.
It's not.
Kirk Cousins gets $25 million more on his franchise tag. It's way
different, of course, but for his position, he's gonna get paid.
Exactly. Because he's a quarterback.
He's already made 20 guaranteed. He's gonna get 11 this year. Next year, he's gonna get 15. Bro, the money is there. Put me on the money, bro.
The money's not
there.
there.
You're not gonna give me a long-term deal, which I tried to get, and you're not gonna give me, then put me on the tag, bro.
That's not what happened, bro. That's not what happened.
All right. Then whatever happened, bro.
Yes, Daddy.
What's up, man?
What up, boy?
Say what's up, everybody. Say hi.
What up, boy?
You smell like outside. But yeah, no, like here's my thing. The thing about this is, the difference between Kirk Cousins is a quarterback. He's in high demand. We've just gone this whole offseason and they've come together and had a little focus group and a therapy session about why running backs are not getting paid. Quarterbacks
highest that he can get in his position, bro. He's not a quarterback.
But okay, and this is like, here's my thing. Why do running backs hate the franchise tag, Kenna?
Because it's not long term.
But they offered him a long-term deal for the average of this deal.
What have Hill been saying for years to players, period? Take
short deals. He got a short deal. He got a 3-year deal.
The next 2 years, then I'm going to make $25 million guaranteed, bro. So it is what it is, bro.
Okay, so here's no. There's a difference between a short-term deal. There's a difference between a short-term deal and a franchise tag. A franchise tag you get this year and this year, guaranteed this year and this year only. A short-term deal is at minimum he's going to get those 2 years.
It's guaranteed money, bro.
At minimum he's going to get those.
Tag was guaranteed money.
Yeah. Exactly.
Right, but it's only for this year. If he takes the short-term deal, at least he has the 2 years, and then
he's gonna get tagged next year. Then he is guaranteed.
But no, because if you take a 3-year deal, what Hill has been saying, those first 2 years, that second year is going to be a dead cap hit where at least they have to owe him some money. If he get Cannon, if Saquon gets hurt this year, his value is going to go way down. At least next year they have to either weigh out, are we going to pay him the money that he's owed, and
he's done anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's
He's
my
on
point.
3-year deals. These deals got outs. He's done anyway.
But it's out. They usually make it to the outers after the second year. So
Not
like
on the
there's gonna yes it is. There will be a dead cap hit.
Bro, if he gonna be injured, like his history says, he done anyway. So it's like, get your money, which is why he's in camp, bro.
So that means you should have signed the deal that they offered then.
Bro,
Exactly.
there's nothing wrong with trying to get your money and missing, bro. You cannot be mad for trying to get paid and missing.
You can
Bro,
be mad with
hold on, wait.
Same exact deal, bro. I'm confused
If
on what
he
you're
don't
missing the point.
control, we've said the whole time he don't have the leverage. He tried though.
They
Like what
offered
more
him
do
the
they
same
want?
exact deal that he got, bro. I'm confused
Bro,
on what
who's
he's
saying
missing.
that
here.
it's different?
You.
When did I ever say
Hold on, wait. I got a question.
I've been
So
saying
if
the whole time.
If McDonald's comes to you and says,
I
"Hey,
said tag this year, tag next year," how is that different?
because if he would have had the contract, he would have already had it, and he wouldn't have had to do none of this. He would have just signed the contract and been on the same deal. Like what? How is he betting on himself? You know what the franchise tag is gonna be.
Exactly, bro.
If he hit all these incentives, which he's never hit in these incentives that he signed that got him so they got him in the camp.
It don't even matter about him hitting them. The Giants still gotta make the playoffs.
I said he took a swung and missed. But what is wrong with taking your shot? What am I supposed to not take?
That's the part that I'm not understanding. What are you saying? He took
Yeah,
the shot,
that don't make sense.
Gotta try to get paid, bro.
and they offered you the same exact deal that you
And
did
I
not
can make
take.
that type of money on the tag. So I gotta try to push this as far as I can.
This is the disconnect, bro. Because if you get hurt, then he don't get the money.
It is. If you get hurt,
that's the part, so you're not listening.
Betting on yourself. I've said
It's
that.
It's not betting on this stuff. This is stupid, bro.
Because he can't. Because he's not going to make more. He's not going to make more on the open market than he is on the franchise tag. Right. Running backs have like the friend. So what is he betting on? If he's not going to make more on the open market
on the tag than if he would have signed that deal. So why not try to get more money than what they was offering? They're not. They literally have shown. So how like what are you betting on?
Yes, we get you tried. You tried, but then you turn around and the same exact offer.
I have to if I want to play football, bro.
No, you did not accept the offer. You just
he was going to play regardless.
You
missed one. Like you missed one day.
He didn't even miss a day. He didn't miss a day.
You cannot. He couldn't sign a long-term offer. So I'm.
What do you mean he couldn't sign it? They had it right in front of him.
Prior to him pushing it, bro, that wasn't. So listen, it's the same.
You know who didn't get a long-term offer? Josh Jacobs. Like, let's talk. Like, if we gonna
talk about him,
if you offer me the same amount of money as the tag, then I'm taking the tag, bro.
How does that make sense? So if a school offers, like if the money
I'm betting on myself every time, bro.
But how are you betting on yourself when like you're not getting more? You're not getting more
options next year if I
how do we know this?
We don't. That's why it's a bet.
So
it's not a bet on itself because if he balls out, let's say he has an all-pro.
Damn, bro.
Like I can't just get my point, bro. Like that's the case.
Because we keep saying
I never could get my point out. You kept cutting me off. That's the thing.
Go ahead,
that's the thing.
Get your point.
You got it, bro. You got it.
So Jim Irsay came out and said about the NFL running back situation. We have negotiated a CBA that took years of effort and hard work and compromise and good faith by both sides, questionable. To say now that a specific player category wants another negotiation after the fact is inappropriate. Some agents are selling bad faith. Look, Jim Irsay is right. There's a difference between, morally right and by the letter right. And he's right. The NFL has, like the NFLPA, they did this. But also the NFLPA, for the longest, especially, that time that DeMaurice Smith was in there, they've literally lost every single thing. Like, I don't know anything that the NFLPA under DeMaurice Smith can look at as a positive. There was like, yes, the salary cap has been going up, but that was going to happen regardless. They talk about player safety. Okay, cool. But outside of that, you telling me you trying to do player safety, and then, hey, we adding games. We're not adding any other incentives to you to, be able to increase your opportunity to make any more money or have any more security, because guess what? We can still cut you like we normally do. Nothing. And so, yes, Jim Irsay, you're right. You're not going to make any changes about, just one position, but I can't say within good faith that, that was negotiated, because guess what? The billionaires, it's 32 of y'all, and y'all all are on the same playing field. So y'all can outlast somebody who came from, pork and bean projects in Miami, came from Avondale in Cincinnati, came from, Portsmouth, Norfolk, Chicago, any of those places, who ain't never had nothing. Y'all want to strike? Go ahead. But it's always going to be somebody who's going to be like, hey, look, bro, I got to look for my family. We can't hold out. And so, yeah, they're going to be able to push. You're going to be able to push those things across because you know these things. So that word good faith, you can't use that because that's not in good faith. Yes, you're right that, you're not about to renegotiate for one specific player, but the things that you negotiated, you took advantage of, because the moment DeMaurice Smith came into office, y'all preyed on him, because that's what you're supposed to do in negotiations. But you can't say that that's in good faith because you know that it was going to happen.
If you vote, if the Players Association vote someone to represent them that has the credentials, which DeMaurice Smith does, and he doesn't do his job, and they continue to vote for him and have him represent them year in and year out, then it is, as far as I'm concerned, it is in good faith, bro. You have, if you realize you have an incompetent lawyer and you go forward with him, bro, that's kind of on you. Whatever trial you're at, the defense or the prosecution or whoever, they're gonna be like, bro, this is who he's paid. They got law degree or whatever it is. So it's like, if he doesn't do his job, that's technically on him. But also, it's also on the person that hires him to represent them. So it's like, I've said for years, the NFL players, like you said, haven't won anything for real under DeMaurice Smith. So the fact that he's still their representative is stupid to me. It's probably the dumbest thing in the world.
He gone now, if I'm not mistaken. He got replaced in June, I think.
I mean, but for just to have it for so long, just as it still has been outrageous, like you said, like the adding of games, like the only thing that they ever get, they got less practice, less pads, which probably is a detriment to them in the long run. And then they get the TV revenue, which is scheduled to go up no matter what. That's an escalating clause within the CBA that the percentage is going to be a certain amount every year.
I think to address the was it DeMaurice Smith? He was getting like re-voted in without like any hesitant. Like they didn't even have any other candidates. Like nobody was getting.
He was unopposed.
Yeah, it was like recently that he only got somebody else. They had like one vote, and then they finally got rid of him, or he finally stepped down, and he finally just got up out of there. But he was going through this entire time unopposed. So it's like, y'all know what y'all was signing up for. So I'm not gonna keep. I think that's the easy way out, like low hanging fruit, to keep blaming him when y'all were re-voting him in. So it's like, I'm not about to blame that in, but to address the Jim Irsay comments directly, he absolutely right, bro. Like, bro, we got a CBA, bro. We're not about to sit here and go for one damn position. Like I said last week, the franchise tag only affects a certain amount of people. It doesn't affect a lot of people. Everybody doesn't get tagged. And like I say, it's only a select few. I'm not about to sit here and go back to a whole collective bargaining agreement just off of a select few of players. We're not doing that, bro.
Especially when it's not time to negotiate the collective bargaining agreement.
But
time to do that.
And then another reason
7 years later.
Another reason why it's not going to happen anyway is because for real, the only person that the franchise tag really, is a downside to is running backs, because it's not like the price is not going up because of contracts are constantly going up like all the other positions, because with the salary cap going up, offensive, like if you're gonna franchise your right tackle, your left tackle, that contract's constantly going up. You franchise your corner, it's constantly going up. You franchise a safety, it's constantly going up. You franchise a receiver, whatever. A quarterback might not never get franchise tagged again,
but
it's always going up. But the running backs, it's either staying the same or going down.
And from a business standpoint, I'm not paying that position either, because we've seen time and time that.
That's what I've been saying though. Like they're not, like business-wise, they're not gonna do it.
Your talent is discoverable and on multiple levels. We can find production of you. Can we find that transcendent one every time? No, but we realize that we can. The transcendent one just looks great. You know what I'm saying? It don't necessarily always transcend into win. So it's like we just need a back that does their job, bro. We just need somebody like Terrell Davis. Like, yeah, I know he's in the Hall of Fame, but really he don't have the longevity that a Emmett or a Barry Sanders have, bro. He just came in and did it 3 years, bro, and got 2 Super Bowls. And so it's like got good time, but really he got a short running back career, bro. And he's to that point, he's a late round pick. He's not like a top running back pick. So it's like I'm not investing a lot in that position. I'm gonna tell my scouts, we need to have running backs on deck. Period. Hungry guys, young guys who people don't know about.
But
and
that's why I
always find a chip on your shoulder runner.
But that's one of the reasons why I said on last episode, Cannon, running backs, they need to figure it. Like if you are going to play running back, you need to figure out early. Look, reduce the amount of mileage they put you on early, because once you get to the like, if you make it to the league, they are going to work you and cast you aside.
Yeah,
to me, I don't care like how like I could be the #1 recruit, the highest rated 5-star ever running back that we've ever seen, the next Adrian Peterson, the next Ricky Williams, the next Barry Sanders. I'm redshirting. I'm redshirting because I need to make sure that I am 3 years removed from high school,
so I can get that next one.
So I can get to the NFL with the least amount of mileage on me possible, because like with other positions, they pay you, kind of like what your projections is. When you are a running back, your highest earning potential is the moment you step on the field. Because I think I don't know if I told you this on the pod or after. What y'all did with DeMarco Murray is proof. Once they was like, oh, get us 450,000 carries, and then we gonna get rid of him. And then what we gonna do? We're gonna draft Zeke top 5.
Oh, man.
500 carries a season, best back in the league. Yes, Zeke got his money, but then they was like, oh, wait a minute, we're not about to see the life of this. Go ahead, get up on out of here.
But here's the thing, man. It's kind of like the WNBA thing. Like, if you're a running back, take your $10 million, bro, a season. If that's what they're gonna give you, that is a lot of money. Stop looking at what the quarterbacks are making. You're not a quarterback. Stop looking at what these wide receivers are making. Take your money, be smart, invest in yourself, and have something for yourself after football. It's still a great opportunity if that's your skill set, bro.
So why not take your $10 million for 3 years instead of $10 million for 1?
Bro, because it's gonna be 15 next year, bro. Like, I'm saying, like, and that 3 years is not guaranteed, bro. It's loopholes in this stuff, man. Look, man, I'm in a 1-year deal. I've been a fan of that ever since Hill told me that. I ain't gonna change it because of the position. We could be talking about a tackle. I'm saying that I've agreed with Hill the whole time on that. So
bro, there's a difference. Tackles get their money. Cedric Boy, he's still in the league.
Let me finish. I ain't never just said I agree with Hill for quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? I've always said, yo, athletes, and I've been saying running backs, you need to take short-term deals. If it's 1-year deals, so be it, bro. Ball out.
What I tell
Ball
you,
out now.
what I tell you last week, AJ, if they only offering this so much, what you gonna do? You're gonna take this money. Each running back that's been on the tag was offered a long-term deal.
And I do want to say
everybody's in a different situation. Saquon is in a different situation. Saquon got drafted and got his contract fully guaranteed. Like I said, at this point, like I said, the way he's all the talking that he was doing at this point, it's borderline greed at this point. I get it. You're a running back, get your money. Like I said,
that's your money. Just go in there and play because you've gotten your money's worth, bro.
But at the same time, like I said, Josh Jacobs need to fire his agent if the report is true that he was offered $12 million a year. Similar, 10 to you offered $12 million a year.
But don't tell the agent to say no. My agent can't tell me we turned down that deal. That's not how that worked, bro.
Per the reports, like I say, he was outside of the facility. Him and Max Crosby waiting for them to get the deal done.
I'm suing.
He get the deal. They get the offer. The agent say no.
Why he gonna sue? That's only more money out of his pocket.
See what I'm saying?
Because they gonna when I win this case, he's paying for my lawyer and all that, bro.
Per the report. Not sure. I'm not sure how true it is.
Sound right, bro. Because unless he gave him 100% power of attorney, like as an agent, you have to report all.
You do what I tell you. You do what I tell you.
And it's almost like real estate. So it's like you have to show me the deal, and I have to give you a response. So if you neglect to show me a deal, then you violated your fiduciary responsibility to me, and I can't sue you for this, bro. Because I could have had $12 million.
What I hated about that whole report was why was you sitting outside, and why was you sitting outside like this was the only time that y'all can negotiate? Like, I hate the fact that it's a soap opera. Like all of a sudden, oh my God, we gotta wait till 4 o'clock.
It makes what Irsay said even more potent because these agents that's an agent acting in bad faith.
You feel what I'm saying? And quite honest, I think that was a rebuttal to what Irsay was saying. He was like, hey, look, bro, y'all come in there with some bull. Like it's Irsay. So we listen to Irsay with
but sometimes he be telling the truth, so
and he was drunk.
I'm about to say, ain't nobody more truthful than babies drunks. You know what I mean?
You know he was drunk. So.
that motherfucker might have been telling the truth.
I'm saying, don't come here with that bull.
Nobody trying to hear that bullshit, Sharif.
Because in any field, like in any type of agent, like you're operating in good faith with your client, and if you neglect to show offers to your client, bro, that's against everything that the agent stand for, bro. That's definitely in bad faith.
And before we move, all 3 franchise tag running backs are all in 3 different situations. Like Tony Pollard, he immediately signed the tag and ain't say a word. Like I said, they
smart because it's good money on the tag.
No, that was good money for Tony Pollard though, for real.
And they offered him a long term, bro. And they offered him a long-term deal. He like, nah, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? Because he knows, like I said,
bro.
I'm just saying though that for Saquon though, he ended up signing the same exact damn deal that they offered. This is stupid.
He should have just signed a tag when they first time. I've been said that. Sign a tag.
Cool. Do what you do. You know what I'm saying? You fight for. Like I thought you was fighting for the. I thought you was fighting for the running back, but then when you turn around and sign the same exact damn deal, that doesn't make any sense. It's never going to make sense.
3 years, all 3 years ain't gonna be guaranteed. But if I get tagged 3 years, if I get tagged 3 years, it's all 3 years guaranteed, and that's the difference.
He's not gonna get tagged 3 years.
He might.
Yeah.
No, he can't. It's only 2.
Somebody else got a deal though, which was crazy. It wasn't crazy though. We knew this was coming. We knew it was coming. We knew it was coming. And the ballpark figure of what he got was pretty accurate.
Yeah, I think that's what we kind of expected, you know, like it's on scale for the escalations of where we've seen the quarterbacks, you know, between Lamar, Jalen Hurts. I don't think this is outlandish. I mean, of course, people want to talk about, oh, you know, what has he done in the playoffs? This, and that.
I was going to ask y'all, is he a franchise guy?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he's a franchise guy because we've seen people that we thought less of get more. You know what I mean? We've
definitely seen. I ain't talking about the pay. I'm just talking about, like, do you want to be tied to him for 4 more years? Like, is he the guy? Like,
Yes.
for me personally, I never thought he was. So it's like I don't know if I'd have been so gun-ho to. I mean,
So-
you either have to sign him or you don't. I think if I don't, I would have been walking away from him.
But here's my.
I would have been losing sleep, and I know everybody would have been going crazy, like, "Oh, you didn't give him the extension and all of that." But it's like I've never seen what everybody's seen in him, and you can go back to any episode on this pod, like whenever we try to do the Joe Shiesty comparison, I've always been disgusted, bro.
So here's my thing. Even not comparing him to the top 3 quarterbacks in the league, which he's kind of been in, the top 3 to 4 quarterbacks in the league. He's been in that conversation. Just in general, for what quarterbacks get paid off of their potential. So the potential that he's shown, you got to give him this deal. With him being the rookie of the year and the numbers that he's put up, and even though he hasn't got he got to the playoffs and they crumbled. Regardless, what he has the potential to be in the next 5 to 10 years, you had to give him this deal. It's the same reason why I've always said, hey,
I feel like you had to.
But hold on, let me finish. The same reason why I say with anybody else, when people talk about, hey, Andy Dalton, you got to get rid of him. It's like, for who? We've seen so many quarterbacks get drafted where it's just like, damn, he was not what I expected. That did not go how I thought it would be. Baker Mayfield, it was oh, you got to draft Baker Mayfield number 1. You got to do this, or who was in Patrick Mahomes' draft? Who went number 1 that year?
Mr.
Trubisky. Mr. Trubisky was the first quarterback taken.
I don't know how that happened.
So you get what I'm saying? So it's just like nobody even thought
that I've just using the eye test. I felt the same way I felt about Mitch as I
did. But that's my thing.
Better, but
so here's my thing. The NFL has proven they don't know how to evaluate quarterbacks. So if you actually get one that you feel like, hey, if we could he's at least average, and if the things are around him are right, we gotta keep him. That's why Kirk Cousins was able to be like the Vikings was like, shit, we'll give you a goddamn.
I felt the same about him. I feel like in order to commit 4 more years to you or 5 more years to you, I'd rather just roll a dice again, man.
I think now
if I roll a dice, my fault, and just real quick, if I roll a dice again, one, I get rid of the large contract and I leave fluidity for my team for me to make moves, and I might hit on the dice.
The tone that you have is definitely not the tone that I have. Like I said, he definitely deserved all the criticism that we've given him or that he's going to receive for not winning, not doing really accomplishing much. But the talent is undeniable. Like I said, he has the arm talent with everybody in the league. Like I said, his accuracy, his mobility, the command of the offense, everything that you want in a franchise quarterback, he definitely has. He definitely doesn't have the wins and the other accolades that all the other elite quarterbacks have, but he has the talent to match up with them. Like you say, Mahomes know what time it is when he got to go against Herbert. And like you say, all other elite quarterbacks know what time it is when they have to go against him. He is one of them ones. Like I said, I'm not going to sit here and deny that. So when it comes to paying him, I'm definitely would have been paying him the market value, whatever it costs, and to get it done. And I'm going to move forward with that. You know what I'm saying? Other mishaps that the Chargers have had, you know what I'm saying? It's not all necessary. It hasn't all been his fault.
Definitely not.
That. And it's never always somebody's fault. But like you say, some quarterbacks get criticized more than others. So if that's the case, it's equal opportunity criticism around here, right? Mm-hmm. So you're going to get this criticism. Don't get it twisted. But at the same time, we're not about to sit here and act like he's trash. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's me. But like I said, the contract was a no-brainer to me.
I wasn't mad about the contract. I just, you know what I'm saying? I'm asking if y'all would have particularly wanted to do 4 more years with him. It's really about the time. For real.
Me,
I know that he's done enough to warrant being paid based off the market because quarterbacks get paid anyway. And like we said, we've seen trash quarterbacks get paid. So it's like, what's my boy name, Matt Flynn. Like I used to be super disgusted with that deal, always was. But it's like I just and just me sticking with my guns. Like for quarterback, I always go with the eye test, and I've said the same thing about Herbert from the jump. Like he can do enough to pass that eye test, but I think that's it.
But here's the thing: enough to pass the eye test as a quarterback gonna get you paid.
No, I'm talking about the eye test for being paid. He can't pass the eye test of like you saying like, oh yeah, like he's him. That's a difference.
Cool. That's definitely a difference.
Yeah.
So the key distinction.
All right. So another one. We gonna get your guy in here, Hill.
Okay.
Dallas Duo records on Mondays. but we gonna let you get this one off. Go ahead and talk about your partner, man.
I was actually surprised, especially with the deals that we got that need the way the pecking order was supposedly going to go, and some of the rhetoric that they was having surrounding this. I was surprised that he was first. But once he got the deal done, like I said, it was once again another no-brainer type of deal to me. He didn't reset the market. He got paid respectably. And that's what you should do sometimes when you come into a negotiation, bro. If you give me a respectable, now that I think about it, being that he is a Diggs, you offer me a respectable deal, I'm going to sign it. You think about Stephon Diggs' first deal with the Viking. That deal was vastly underpaid for his ability. But hey, he was like, "Hey, look, I'm a fifth round draft pick. Y'all offer me what? I can't get a big fast enough." You know what I'm saying?
Extra fine.
So now, so when I think of that, I'm like, okay, you offer another Diggs a respectable deal, yeah, I'm gonna sign this deal, and which it was a respectable deal. And like you say, and I love the fact of you didn't just pay him and expect them just to be, oh, I'm gonna put you on the island, no help up, no safety help up top. You better shut down everything, like back in the day. No, we've got you a legitimate opposing corner on the opposite side to help you out. So now teams can actually throw it your way again. And now you know what happened when they throw it your way, you take the ball over. So it's a win-win situation for me.
Man, I wasn't even shocked. So I'm gonna attack this the same way I attacked the Herbert. Here's the thing. What have I said about Diggs from the jump?
You liked him? You seen it?
The eye test for me, there was the eye test that is like, yes, I'm definitely paying him, but also this guy he's one of the reasons that we have the success that we've had. So it's like, and I'm not saying that Herbert because I'm not trying to knock their success, but I feel like he is peaked, and I feel like Diggs is maybe just under his prime. So it's like I feel like this is the perfect time to actually pay him. Get it out the way before the cornerbacks reset the market, because probably next year they will. So it's like, go ahead and take care of this, get out the way. Plus, like you said, it's like if you look at the history of their family using the Diggs thing, it's like if we offer him this, they looking at it as a family thing. They're gonna be like, bro, sign this deal together. We got generational wealth now. You feel what I'm saying? And so it's like we can't turn this down, bro. And bro, like he and Big D, pause. But it's like I feel like for a cornerback, bro, you know what I mean, if you looked up the prime growing up, which I've heard him say that, like what else would you want to be? You feel what I'm saying? And like you said, the deal was fair. Yeah. That to me is a no-brainer, like for sure. Like he's at his position, he got the numbers, bro, and he's actually done it. Like Herbert, yes, he got the fluff. It reminds me of Kirk, and I hate to keep bringing Kirk. He got that fluff in between the lines, but when it's time, I mean, I feel like if it's time, Diggs gonna be there too. You feel what I'm saying? Same type coverage, same type ball hawking skills.
My thing with Diggs also is the reason why I was shocked with this deal is because, we've all talked about it. Usually the Cowboys, like we said, the price with Dak would have been so much cheaper had they got it earlier. And so it's just like, hey, what are you waiting on? The price with Zeke would have been cheaper if you would have got it in a little bit earlier, But it's just like, okay, it happens. So I guess they learn. But we've seen over and over and over NFL teams don't learn. So that's why it was shocking to me. Like, oh shit, y'all learn from y'all mistakes. Y'all made this shit happen. So that I can say that it shocked me, but I'm glad to see it, because say what you want, and people always try and bring up, oh, you know, he gave up this amount of yards and this and that. I ain't never heard of that until Trayvon Diggs, and that all comes from people who hate the Cowboys.
Best,
bro.
They're gonna score, bro, and get some yards.
Here's my thing. It's not
Look
even
at
about
what I came down with.
I don't even care about it being against the best. We don't hear about that number with other cornerbacks, because do y'all know who was the number 2 in the yardage given up, and he wasn't far off?
Was it Marshawn Lattimore?
Xavier Howard.
Oh, Xavier. I knew it was Xavier Howard this year, but I knew for a fact that Marshawn Lattimore was definitely one of the highest yardage giver ever. I don't even know what to say. Like,
right. But if you ask people who you got hired, they'll tell you, oh, Marshawn Lattimore, easy. Oh, Xavier Howard, easy.
Because do you care more? Here's the thing. That's why I don't like analytics. I prefer stats. Because here's the thing. Do you want yards given up, or do you want somebody with a lot of pass breakups?
No,
I'm taking pass breakups. You see what I'm saying? Certain stats got to be way higher than others, bro. Some of that analytical stuff don't have no weight on the stuff that y'all talking about, bro. So like, actual pass breakups, bro. Yes, I play cornerback. They're gonna catch some passes, bro, and get some yak. But I'm making the tackles. My touchdown.
Guess what? But hold on. But guess what, Cannon? Here, I got some analytics for you. What boosts your win probability more? Not giving up yards or getting the ball back for your offense?
Getting the ball back. And he does, and that's what I'm saying. He's a ball hawk, which is why I'm sold on him. For his position, that's the most important thing that he can do is take away the ball, bro. And he does that a lot. I'm paying him. No hesitation.
Before we move on, it's kind of like I know I say it's the Cowboys. It's kind of like the AD factor for the Lakers without the injuries. Like AD can go on a tear. 20 games, play 20 games, right? I mean, MVP level out of the 18 out of the game.
They bring up all type of stats to
but the 2 games that he played terrible out of those 20, that's what they bring up. But the 18, they like, oh, they just ignore that. But those last 2 or those 2 that he played bad is what they highlight on. It's kind of like with Trayvon. Trayvon can have 2 interceptions that game, but then somebody get him with a double move. That's all they want to talk about with the double move. But we're going to ignore these 2 picks that he didn't got, and the team didn't score and threw up 14 right after of it. But he got beat by a double move by Philip Dorsett. Like, what? Like, you're supposed to get beat by
that cornerback gets beat, bro. Even Deion Sanders, Darrelle Revis, I've seen them all get cooked.
You know what Randy Moss did to Darrelle Revis?
Made him fake the hammy.
So
made him hit the Ricky.
Patrick, all of them done been cooked. Everybody, bro, it's the toughest position in sports, bro. You're playing backwards from somebody that knows where they're going. Like,
and you don't.
Yeah, come on now. So it's like, it's gonna be some mishaps. But we're talking about consistency over the long haul. So I don't ever care about a cornerback getting burnt, because that's a part of the job. I care about, are you going to lock up after that, or are you going to let him burn you again? You know what I mean? Like Santana did to Roy Williams, like twice in one game. Like, that's unacceptable. You know what I'm saying? That's when it's a problem. But if you learn from it, you know what I'm saying? That's why they got Roy up out of there. You know what I'm saying?
Why you had to bring up Santana?
That was a perfect example of somebody like.
Nah, it wasn't a perfect example.
You get burnt once, cool, but you know what I'm saying? Twice in a primetime game, bro, you're a liability. You know what I'm saying?
Other examples that you could have used. I'm just trying to figure out why you had to just go Cowboy. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you off, Mike, but
look, we got the last 30 of the show. You know what time it is. You know what we here for. Cannon, the floor is yours.
Man, it's about daggone time, man. I'm gonna say what nobody else been saying. Everybody's like, yay, we're getting a fight. I'm disappointed that it took this damn long. Am I happy we got it? Yes. Already paid for, already secured it. Watching the fight. Gonna be front and center, man. But we gotta get to a point where boxing is doing what my guy Stephen Fulton just did, man. We got to see more of that. Putting your titles on the line against the best to see if you are the best. And guess what? I don't take nothing from Stephen Fulton. I don't take nothing from him from this loss. He's still a top rank in his division. And I want to see him get back. And I want to see more fighters do the same. With either of these fighters, whoever comes out on top, especially if it's a close fight, you don't hurt your legacy, bro. You're fighting one of the best. We shouldn't have to wait until we're 33 and 35 to see this. We shouldn't have to wait till Bud's 39-0, to Earl's 29-0 or 30 and whatever he is. Like, dang, bro. Like, Boots should have fought Virgil Ortiz already. Like, but they're both going in opposite directions on purpose. You know what I'm saying? The promoters are saying, like, we specifically don't want to make this fight now. Why, bro?
I can tell you why.
Because of the money, but it's the fight that people want to see to determine who's the best in the division. We don't want to have to wait 4 years to see who's the best of the division. And I've been asking for this fight since 2018. And
here's my thing, Kenan.
Oh, I hit the wrong button. I'm sorry.
Here's my thing, Kenan. Hill, what do you hate about boxing the most?
Boxing business.
Exactly. And one of the things that we always hear is when the money's right, you know, we got to build the fight. One of the things that's happened for both of these fighters have an automatic rematch clause. Mm-hmm. But my thing is, why not get the fight that everybody wants to see, deliver the product that everybody wants to see, and then when you trigger that automatic rematch clause, guess what? Your price is going to go up anyway. And when you have that automatic rematch clause, that means, guess what? Even if I take an L, here is my opportunity to bring my name back into the light. Because guess what? You know, one of the things that we don't see now that boxing business has become so prevalent, we don't see great trilogies no more.
We don't.
When's the last great trilogy that we've seen?
Wasn't great, but it's Wilder Fury.
You see what I'm saying? But like, think about that. That is one of like the very like, and it's so few and far between. We won't see that. Like, we all just said, hey, Devin Haney and Lomachenko was a really great fight. Mm-hmm. What did I tell y'all? Devin Haney ain't about to do that again. Because guess what? He's like, well, shit, if people feel this way after that first one, shit, he might come back and figure out and learn me, you know, this and that. And then we didn't see the Floyd Mayweather Manny Pacquiao fight early because it was way too late. And guess what we had to see? We had to see a fourth fight of Manny Pacquiao and Marco Antonio. Who was it?
Manuel in it.
Marquez.
But yeah, Marquez. And guess what? Like if you have somebody that's been in a close fight with you in a trilogy, anything could happen in that fourth fight. And guess what? Anything fucking happened. You know what I'm saying? We used to get those trilogies. We used to get, you know, Diego Corrales, Jose Luis Casilla. We used to get Manny Pacquiao, you know, Juan Manuel, you know, all of them. You like
because you
Tim Bradley.
You will watch Fulton versus NUA again.
Because guess what? Even though
8 a.m. for that, bro.
But guess what? And it wasn't just like it was like, yes, in a way, he won it and he won it away. But
you know he beat that boy.
The round before, in a way, got that knockout. I'm like, oh shit, he is catching
what we've seen on him.
Exactly. And that's another reason why, like I said, and that's another reason why I said, hey, Devin Haney Lomachenko, that would be a great fight. And I guarantee you, because of the fanfare that it drew.
If Haney will fight him again. I think Haney was just done that. He was already pushing the fight before. His fight, he barely made weight, and
it's hard. It's hard for him to get down to that weight.
And he like a fat boy for real, like
right. And guess what? With the concessions that were taken from Ryan Garcia, would you watch Ryan Garcia fight Gervonta Davis at 140?
I would watch that in a catch weight again because I once again I ain't seen nobody except for Pitbull actually go at Tank for real. Like people can say whatever they want. Like, yes, that shot took Ryan Garcia out. Ryan Garcia was not scared in that thing, though. He was letting them things go. And that's what he'll always say. If we're going to go out, I'm going out on my shield. And I can respect that. So for me, Ryan Garcia didn't lose nothing from that L. Like, I respected the fact that he even went after it like that. So it's like, you can elevate yourself in the L in boxing if you go. Like, I think that Stephen Fulton elevates himself like nobody else is in this category. Like, if you can't, if you ain't beat, you definitely ain't beating me. If you can't even touch the monster, probably.
But here's my thing though. Also, hey, he just did to me what he's done to everybody else. Pretty much. But I still was beating y'all ass. and he just better.
Once it happens to you, I feel like you can go back to the drawing board and you can change things. Like, I'm not saying that he could win, but I feel like if they did do a rematch, I feel like he would do better than he did this time.
And guess what? Even if he got knocked out again, he could still, he made it to the, it ain't like it was some second round knockout. He made it to the 7th round for like the 8th round for a reason.
It was a good fight.
But let me ask y'all a question before we get back to the fight though.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. We definitely got sidetracked.
But I want to ask y'all a question though. Do we need to retrain the fans though?
Yes.
Oh no! Hold on. Clear out. Yeah. Because I am so sick of always trying to. Oh, now he got to do this. Now he got to do this. Why are we talking about an Inoue fight versus Tank? Fuck no, absolutely not. Just like I told y'all, and just like I told the group, we not asking Bud to go up and fight David Benavidez. No, he just went like, bro. That's the reason why Manny Pacquiao is so great is because he's the only 8th division world champ that we have ever seen. You don't see this shit for a reason because weight matters, and we're not. It's not like Inoue is 22 years old. He's 30. He's older than Tank. You have to gradually put weight on. What did I say when Bud moved up to 147 and started calling out Spence? No, you got to at least prove that you can handle this division. He just went up to Stephen Fulton and visibly looked like the smaller guy, looked like shorter, thinner, and everything. And he proved, hey, I can do that. But also, not to take nothing away from Stephen Fulton, Stephen Fulton only had 8 knockouts in his career. 7th round, Stephen Fulton was catching Inoue clean. Gervonta Davis, if he hits Inoue like that, he is putting him back to Hiroshima.
Michelle, take that out. You went Adrian Brown on.
But what I'm asking about when I
Gervonta Oppenheimer Davis, God damn it.
Putting
that motherfucker down.
When I say retrain the fans, it's like think about when Wilder lost to Fury. Like, Wilder couldn't do nothing else right after that. It was like, okay, cool, but like, damn, like
but he wasn't though.
But he beat everybody. But when he got back in his next fight, he beat the brakes off his opponent.
But he still didn't look good, and it was an inferior.
He looked good in his last fight, bro.
No, I'm talking about his last fight. But one of them fights afterwards, bro, he looked. It's like,
but my point is that they made it seem like he can't do nothing else in life because he lost to Fury. You feel what I'm saying?
But when they got Fury as one of the best, but this is one of the things. Remember what I've always said. Hey,
that's true.
UFC fans got it right because it don't matter if you 22 and 15.
Yeah.
Hey, if we want to see you against John Jones, guess what?
We'll see.
We gonna get you against John Jones, and guess what? We've been wanting to see Wilder and Anthony Joshua.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't gotten it because Wilder lost, Anthony Joshua lost. Hey, that's the perfect time for it to happen. Both of these motherfuckers is coming off losses.
That wine got AJ good,
bro. I've been drunk since the 10-minute mark. God damn it.
Sean, I will say this though. I agree with you. Wilder is just a power puncher, but he looks to appear like he's been working on the science of boxing lately because he understands that that's his weakness. And what I will say, for the first time ever, I watched his clips of his workouts a long time, and they've never looked boxy. They've always looked power oriented, right? they're starting to look like, okay, he got some footwork. His jab is working quick. He got some head movement, pause. He in there doing his thing. So I'm truly excited to see what's next for Wilder. But you 100% right, Hill. The fans, and I feel like it's internet culture, bro. Like, if you ain't doing that's why they don't want to see Wilder, because Fury's the best. So if you ain't fighting the best Wilder, we don't want to see you, bro.
But it's the same thing that I
We
just
know
said about
you
them.
better than the third best already.
But that's the same thing I just said about some of these other fighters. Yeah, you fought the best, but I was still beating y'all ass.
And that's what they don't realize. Here's the thing, bro. And I've brought up here that there's a guy, he in our Facebook group. His name is Bobby Dodd, right? I fought him several times when we were young, bro. Somebody different one each time we fought, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like
he won Manuel Marquez the last time, didn't he?
No, I think I won the last time. What I'm saying is, like, I'm not gonna sit up there and act like he never beat me though, because he did. Like, I was like, yeah, he got me. And one time he threw sand in my eye. He probably won't remember that or acknowledge it, but one time he threw sand in my eye, and that's when I went home and told my pop.
He pulled a scar on you.
My pop said, "It's a fight. You need to be ready for that, man." I was like, "All right, bet. All right, it is what it is."
One of my childhood friends, he be battle rapping on the side, and he had one of the best bars I've ever heard when it came to, like, it makes sense when it comes to boxing. He said, "Shit, in the streets, I'm 25-10, but I guarantee you, none of them 10 want to fight me again."
Yeah, facts.
And to me, that makes so much sense, because, like, it don't, like, it. What does it matter if you got an undefeated record? But then I started looking through your record, and I'm like, who are these dudes?
Swiss
like,
cheesesteak.
You know what I mean? Like, you fighting cans, but that goes back to my point. Yeah, he beat me, but y'all got him as the best. I beat all y'all. I beat the rest of y'all asses. And to me, that's what matters. And what have we always said? Hey, if you a boxer, it makes more sense to get in and fight your toughest fights early, because that's how you're gonna get the most money, and then you can get out sooner. Like, why be 75-0 when you can be 25-6? But you fought the best of the best, and you made the most money. Ryan Garcia was right. I'm gonna go fight Tank because that's where the money's at.
Hello. And then imagine if Tank would have had that same mindset prior, then Ryan Garcia would have ran into a Tank with belts.
But guess what? Hold on, wait. One more thing.
Like this. You see what I'm saying?
One more thing. Ryan Garcia made $30 million off of this Tank fight.
Supposedly.
Yeah. But it's very possible, because of, we still talking about it today. It was one of the biggest fights of the year, stuff like that. And Ryan Garcia is still young. Tank, he's still relatively young.
We getting this fight.
Right, because they like, hey,
let's go ahead, potential in it,
and guess what? And it's better to do it now when you're young, because guess what? We need to retrain the boxing fans, but the easiest way to retrain the boxing fans is fight your toughest fights when you're young, because now you have more time to rebuild your name anyway, and you can still show, hey, styles make fights. He just might have had a better style than me, but once again, I will beat all of y'all ass.
Yeah.
So let's get back to
let's get back to Spencer Crawford. I'm sorry, guys.
So what's the prediction? How we thinking this gonna go?
I think this is the first time in a long time where we get, you know how we either have, like, you either have a boxer or a puncher. It's like that's the same thing like with the Fury Wilder. Like, Fury's a boxer and Wilder's a power puncher. I think this is the first fight since maybe a Castillo Corrales where we have two boxers and two punchers. And so I don't know if I really have a prediction. I haven't came on one yet, but I have paused. I haven't one yet, but you know,
the fight Saturday, bro.
I mean, it is what it is, man. I'm hoping for a good fight. I truly think that it's gonna go the distance. I feel like both of these fighters are defensive fighters. I feel like Bud is a super defensive fighter. But he hasn't fought a defensive fighter like Spence before. So it's like also a fighter with the size of Spence like before. So I feel like because of all the hype, I think they're gonna come out more defensive oriented. And I think that it might go the distance and be a split decision, honestly. So it's like I don't know which way. I feel like whoever can stick to their game plan is what I always say the most. Whoever lets the other guy change what they worked on to come in here and do, then that'll be the guy who loses the decision. But I truly think it's going to be a split decision.
I think I can tell by the first round. I think the first round will tell me everything I need to know. If Spence is walking down Bud, trying to control the ring, control the fight, I think he gonna be able to do that the entire fight. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that he gonna definitely necessarily, just beat him up every round, but I'm just saying if he's controlling the ring and he just walking him down, and he can try to control the fight, I believe that it'll go the distance. I just believe that Spence is just gonna wear him down. I think Spence is gonna get the decision.
Yeah. So to me, Crawford, he all around fighter, great reflexes, quickness, natural boxer, athleticism, all that. But it's kind of similar to one of the things that I pointed out to y'all early in the fight with Inoue and Fulton. Spence works the body. And I think Spence is one of the best body punchers in boxing, throughout his career. That's going to be very tough for Terrence Crawford, especially being the smaller man, because that is going to be one of the easiest ways for Spence to dictate the fight. Crawford could come out aggressive, but if Spence is throwing that jab down to the body, and it's one of them stiff jabs, throwing that down to the body over and over and over, if Crawford doesn't get him out of there early, which I think is going to be hard for Crawford because Spence has, he's such a, I won't say such a bigger fighter, but he is the bigger man. If he can't get Spence outside of that game plan and get him out of, being able to go to the body and throw some of those power punches to the body, it is going to wear down Terrence Crawford. I'm not going to say it has the potential. If he's getting hit to the body, he's going to it's going to wear him down. And getting worn down, you get sloppy. Those hands get lazy. Spence has the power to end it. So I think that's where it comes down to, and I think that's where Spence is going to drag Crawford into the late rounds and really capitalize and really make way. And I think in them championship rounds, we're going to see Crawford not look the same that we've seen him look against everybody else. And I think it has the potential to be a late round knockout, but I think it'll be Spence in a decision.
I had a question though. Do we think we're gonna really get the fight that we want? I know it's been late. That's not what I'm asking. But are we gonna get the fight that we really want, or the business aspect is going to kick in? And what I mean by that is we're gonna get a draw off rip, so we know we can get another fight.
No,
I don't.
My bad, Ken. You want to go?
I think if we get a draw, it'll be because it is a draw. I think I clearly said I think it'll be a split decision. That's just based off me putting their stats side by side. Like if this was fight night and there was how they put the match up before and you look at all their categories. Mm-hmm. I just think it's that even where it's going to come down to one or two punches. The Sean Porter fight between Spence came down to a one punch. That's a one punch difference. You know what I'm saying? Like I truly believe like that was going to be a draw but like I said, he got caught. And so it's like going back to what I said, whoever lets the other fighter get him out of that game plan first, I think will be the loser. And Spence is a good body puncher, but one thing I know is that Bud is probably the best defensive boxer that he's ever faced. So I don't know if he's just going to go in there and be able to just go to the body to like somebody who doesn't protect himself. It'll be a little bit different. But I don't know, man. I think this more so than the Lomachenko, Devin Haney might be a chess match. It's just a powerful chess match.
So,
and chess matches don't always last long. That's a misconception that people think. I beat people in chess in 2 or 3 moves.
damn, I had a point and I lost it.
But my thing, I don't think we're really gonna be able to answer that question.
Oh,
until
hold
after
on.
the fight.
Wait. I'm gonna answer that question. I remember what I was gonna say now. I don't think we're gonna see boxing business get into it and it be a draw because we know we have that automatic rematch clause.
Yes.
And so whoever wins, the loser can just be like, all right, round 2, go ahead. Like, I don't care if it's a first round devastating knockout and it's just like, oh, that shit don't look like, or I don't care if somebody dominated the entire fight and then, it was just like, it wasn't even close. And like, he has the ability to automatically rematch it. And it's going to be triggered because both of these fighters, the only person that they can call out to get more money than what they're doing right now is Canelo. Either one of these fighters has to get Canelo to get more money than this. And so Boots is not making.
He's not Canelo draw, but he will get a good draw, pay-per-view draw with one of these.
Has Boots even had a pay-per-view fight?
I think he can get one though.
I told Cannon personally, in the ring when they talking to Jim Gray, they gonna
they are going to have a date ready by the time this fight ends. A date is going to be ready.
The rematch clause gonna be activated during the post game.
I don't think the other one stays in the ring.
It's gonna be
whenever they talk to whoever they talk, it's gonna be the rematch clause gonna be activated right then and there.
6 to 8 months, we gonna see y'all again. God damn it!
But I do got a question. Does the rematch clause do you get to save it like rollover minutes if it's a draw? Like, say if it's a draw and then they fight again, and then do I get to invoke my rematch clause then, or does it go away?
No, I think it's a one-time
thing.
It's for that fight. So when they go to negotiations for the new fight, they'll
probably try and get another rematch clause.
Those clauses will supersede. But I don't think they will say no. Let's not do it. And if this fight is going to be the highest they've ever made, both of them, right? And it's a payday like Ryan Garcia just came with. You think they're gonna be like, no, don't give them the rematch clause this time?
Because they both gonna be like, gonna be like 36, 37. Hey, okay, shit. He ain't never made this much money in his life.
We may get a trilogy. We may get a trilogy.
We may.
It only makes sense to me to get a trilogy because they're gonna see these dollar signs. Because once again, the only way that we don't get a trilogy is if I think it's a complete manhandling in both fights by one person.
Yeah, facts.
Because then there's no need for a rubber match.
Yeah.
But if it's like, if this one goes to a decision, no, matter of fact, even if this one is a knockout, somebody get knocked out, somebody's gonna automatically trigger the rematch clause.
Yeah.
And if the rematch clause gets triggered and the person who got knocked out wins, or if it's a closer fight, you're gonna be like, hey, this money is too good. Bring it back.
We're gonna see. But I'm definitely excited for this fight. Like I said, this is definitely one of the ones that want to go down in the ages. I just hope we get the boxing that we've been waiting for. Like, I hope we just get the fight that we've been waiting for. Other than we don't need the politics involved. Everything's out the window. Like, at this point.
And if we don't, it'll be because we waited too long. Like I said.
I mean, either way, we're gonna get another one. So we're just gonna be mad again at the second one. So we just be double mad.
I mean, that's the thing
the
about
remix.
Some of these trilogies. Like, I was never sold on that Triple G Canelo matchup. Like, I was.
Yeah, that didn't make any sense though. At that point, but they was just running. I think he was running out of matchups at that point. Or
was he, or was he just avoiding matchups?
I think at that point he was running out of matchups.
He could have fought some up and comers, man. That's the thing. Nobody wants to fight an up and comer. That is
because once you get to that money, the money ain't there though.
I get it, bro. But here's the thing. Do offer them lopsided deals. Like, if it's an up and comer, but the fans want to see him, then you got to take a smaller percentage. And up and comers need to do like what I said with the running backs. You need to say $10 million for this year. That's a good deal, bro. Take it.
That's
And
why.
guess what? If you take it, you could potentially be the A side the very next fight. You know what I'm saying? Buster Douglas took the lower deal, went to Tokyo to fight Mike Tyson, and the next 3 fights, he was the A side. Didn't last long for him on the A side, but he cashed in, bro. He probably good to this day.
You know that money gone, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
He blew that money. He BMF, blowing money fast.
Right.
But whatever it was, he had the opportunity. You know what I'm saying?
Bust the money fast.
Because
you can flip it if you.
there's a reason why he was a hangover.
If you take the lower money against a champion or a top dog, you can flip your fortunes, bro. You truly can.
Well, no, so we're gonna be back next week to recap the fight. You know, then we're gonna start our NFL division series. Also, remember the email podcast.3.man.weave@gmail.com. A special announcement will be announced next week. Just beware, be on the lookout. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I am Hill. That is Cannon. That is AJ. Y'all the fours. 3-Man Weave is the podcast. And we out.
Yes, sir.